Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Reviewing Comics with me, Alex Turbin. This week we're doing the anthology Splatter from North Star Publications. But before we get into that, I want to show you some of the books that sponsor the show, help sponsor the show. If you guys go and get them. Anyway, you can get these at Patreon. I produce a 12-page full color, full size comic every month. These are the older ones. These were when they were black and white, random access. You can also get these at alexanderturbin.com, and you can also hit me up at alexturbin04401 at Instagram. If you like the video, I hope you decide to subscribe and hit the like button and all that stuff. The first thing I want to say about Splatter is that it's an anthology with Tim Vigil, and I really like Tim Vigil's art, and that's pretty much the reason that I decided to do this one. A lot of people seem to like him, and they like his style of gore and sexuality, which is really cool anyway. However, this anthology really isn't for me. A couple things I couldn't figure out exactly who did what. It doesn't say who worked on the first story, which was the Tim Vigil one. It's a second printing anyway. This looks really nice. The first thing I think of when I think about this is it really looks like Savage Sword of Conan stuff, and I don't think he ever did Savage Sword of Conan or any other kind of Conan, but that would be a match made in heaven. He would do fantastic Conan. Everything's really great. The line works nice and crisp. I really love Tim Vigil's narrative art, especially. He does a really good job of pacing and bringing the reader into the story. He's got great depth, great black line work. Lots of nice textures, so it's really nice. This first story, which is, it doesn't really even say how many pages it is. I think it's 2, 4, 6, 8. I think it's 2, 4, 6, 8 pages. Yeah, it's 8 pages. And there's 4 stories. I think they're all 8 pages. It doesn't say who wrote it. I think maybe Tim Vigil wrote it, I guess. But it's a nice little story about a evil witch and her werewolf lover, and they're having sex in the beginning, and it's just kind of a creepy, scary werewolf tale with some sex and some violence. She's having her, I guess she's a vampire. She's having her snack of a teenage boy a homeless boy that they found on the road. And and then the villagers come, and I guess that's her boyfriend, and they come and they kill him, I think, for being a werewolf. And so that's how it ends. She vows revenge. The bad part of anthologies is you get such a small snippet of story that the ones that you really like, are the ones that you really want to read more of, and you can't because it's an anthology. So once you start getting into this 8-page story, it's done with, and you go on to the next one, for good or ill. I say that about anthologies. I've been in a few anthologies, and it is what it is. I think an anthology is meant just to have a snippet of what you like. So the next story is by Guy Burwell, and it's just 2 guys walking around fantasizing, or I guess they're talking about a story that they're working on. So maybe this is kind of a autobiography where he's talking about how they're planning on doing the issue, and so they're just talking about it, how murders, like there's a couple here and they murder them, and there's a couple here, they murder them different ways. It really is not for me. I don't consider this horror. I just call it I don't know what you call it, but it's not for me. It's just glorified violence. The art is really nice. I really like the figures. He's got some dynamic work. The blood and guts is fine, I suppose. He's got some nice facial recognition. I particularly really like this panel. It's got some nice characters interacting. That's really one of the hardest thing to do in comics is to show the interaction between two characters or more characters. So it's just more blood and violence, and then they're like, next issue, more stuff. I don't really like that. That's kind of weird. But other than that, it's okay. I mean, if you're into hardcore violence, and then I would say that's for you. It's just not for me, but the art is really nice. Here's another one that don't particularly love. I just I'm not really into this guy's style. To me, it kind of all blends together. He's really into this texture of folds and stuff like that, like his hair and his skin and his so it's all foldy, and he does a lot of stippling, which to me it just makes it look all kind of the same. Big word balloons. I'm not sure why the word balloons are so huge. There's not a story. A delivery guy comes to a guy, and he delivers the pizza, and the guy that's getting the pizza kills the delivery guy, and he eats them instead of the pizza, and then he looks in the paper, and he's done this 39 times before. So it's just not my kind of story, I guess. Just more gratuitous violence. And don't get me wrong, I love violence, but for me, it has to serve some sort of purpose. Whether it's a morality tale or it's something. I mean, not many people just kill to kill. That is like a very, very small minority. And even then, nobody just kills because they're horrible people. They kill because they had some sort of mental issue. They had some sort of emotional problems with their family. Serial killers usually don't come from functioning parents and backgrounds. Sorry if you can hear my dog. She's kind of freaking out, probably because I'm talking. Anyway, here's another story. The last story is, and actually this one is, I guess, by a guy named Cooper. It really does a bad job of saying who these guys are. I don't know his first name, don't know if it's last name, don't know who wrote it, don't know who drew it. It just says Cooper. So I think that's it. This one, A Rose in the Heather, is written by Mark Valdez and illustrated by Tommy Pons and letterer Pat Williams. And this is nicely drawn. I really like the wash, the wash gray tones, and not too many panels. I like this 3, 4, 5 panel grid that he has. And it's just about a woman, I guess, who is coming. She's being attacked by evil spirits, I think. Actually, and maybe she's a witch. She has this courtyard, and she has a well that she goes into the well, and I don't know, keeps her young, protects her. So she's being attacked by evil spirits, demons, something, I don't know. And these cherubs come and they save her. The cherubs are really the coolest part of the story. I mean, they actually use their bows and arrows. That kind of inspires me to do a story of cherubs who are just like badass. So anyway, she's being protected by the cherubs, but then this evil demon skeleton death comes and starts destroying or killing the cherubs, and the cherubs fight back, and but the evil skeleton death is killed by the cherubs. So the cherubs rescue her, and she goes back to her house, and maybe she's a goddess of death or something, and these evil creatures come and, I don't know, have sex with her. It doesn't really explain what's going on. And then there's some ads. Even though this isn't my kind of book, and I only got this, I think I got it for the Vigil cover, and the where I lived there weren't a lot of Tim Vigil stuff out, but it's really a nice story by him, and nice artwork, and yeah, and the story's not so bad for his. This really isn't my thing, so it's hard to give it a grade, because I know a lot of people do like this kind of stuff and they're really into it. So I would say I would give this a 6. If you're really into this gore and hardcore violent stuff, then you might enjoy it a lot more, and it would be worth getting just for the Vigil cover and the Vigil interiors, because that was really great stuff. He's got some really beautiful line work, and he's got some really nice areas of black, and his emotion and his facial features and his characters they're all top notch. So yeah, I'd give it a 6 maybe, and thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.